Hey guys, it's Canadian, and today we are doing another teamfight spotlight brought to you by Tempo Storm. This is a fight between the Spitfire and the Houston Outlaws in Stage 3, Week 1. Now, the Spitfire end up winning this fight 3 versus 6, and we're going to go into how they managed to do that. So I'm going to let the fight play through once, and then we're going to go ahead and talk about what happened specifically in that fight. Now, the players to look out for in this first viewing are Gesture, Fury, Coolmat, and Boink. So try and pay attention to those four players, and then we'll go ahead and play the fight.
You can get up on the high ground via these stairs pretty easily as the attacking team.
Yeah, now Jake's just going to try and change to the Junkrat and bully their way up onto the high ground.
London coming back in. There's the EMP. Can they finish off Linkser here? He's getting a lot of healing from the Coalescence, actually, from Raucus, and that's going to keep everybody up. Nuss down, Prophet down as well. Fury on his own on the payload right now. Flashbang comes in. Oh, Primal Rage from Gesture, though. Linkser gets the healing, but he's still in trouble. Gets bounced into the self-destruct from Fury. And with both DPS down, I think London's got a chance to hold this one here. Yeah, Coolmat, Raucus tries to heal him, but it's time to get out of there.
Alright guys, so that's the fight. Now, like I said, the Spitfire were down 3 members and still managed to pull out the victory versus the Outlaws using a few ultimates, but the Outlaws also used a few ultimates and they still managed to win the follow-up fight, so they didn't even ruin their ultimate economy. So let's go back and take a look at those 4 players we talked about and see exactly what happened. So to start this off, right here in the top right-hand side, we see the Spitfire Zenyatta Badosin. He gets hit with a Junkrat mine. And this is the first, event, I guess, in this fight that, kind of starts it all off. So the communication is there. Jake got that hit marker. He says, hey, I hit someone. Coolmat on the D.Va sees that the Zen is the one that got hit. You're going to see him dive in here and kill the Zenyatta. Right there, he's boosting in towards the Zenyatta, and he does clean up that kill. Now, we're going to rewind again. Now, pay attention to Nuss, the Mercy here, as his Zenyatta is in danger. So, Nuss, he can see the critical HP of the Zenyatta, and he can't decide, do I heal my tanks or do I heal my Zen? So, he's trying to get a line of sight here, but by the time he does, it's too late, and Badosin does go down to Coolmat. Now, that's on the back side of the fight. If we rewind again and look at the front side of the fight, while Nuss is kind of looking around, his team is going in. The call has been made. We, as the Spitfire, we're going to use this EMP, and our tanks are going to dive in with the EMP. So we've got 3 members diving, plus I believe the Spitfire's Tracers on the backside. We've got 4 people for the Spitfire moving in, and Nuss is distracted trying to heal the Zen. Now this is important because both tanks for the Spitfire use their mobility cooldowns, right? D.Va uses her boosters and Winston uses his jetpack, and now they cannot fall back to protect the Mercy. Now as we watch this next moment of the fight play out from the perspective of McCree, you're going to see the Spitfire tanks are going to 180 and try and help their Mercy, right? Pay attention to Mercy's HP bar, but it's going to be too late because Coolmat does a great job. He's in a good position here. He cleans up the Zen. Mercy can't Guardian Angel to her tanks because they leap all the way over here, and then Coolmat's just going to drop down and kill the Mercy. So, and right there you see the Spitfire tanks do a 180 turnaround, try and save the Mercy, but it is too late. Now, during this engagement, the Outlaws used the Valkyrie, Spitfires responded with the EMP, and the EMP only hit 2 players. It only hit the McCree and the Mercy of the Houston Outlaws, so not a huge impactful EMP, and when they did EMP, the Outlaws responded with 2 support ultimates themselves. So a lot of support ultimates coming through from the Outlaws to kind of fight off this EMP, and on the back end side, Coolmat does get both the healers. So a huge advantage for the Outlaws. Tons of healing coming in for the Outlaws and no healing for the Spitfire. And as the Outlaws clean up the kill onto Prophet, we are going to see that they are in a 6 versus 3 situation. Now, Birdring over here, you can't see because the portrait is in the way, but Muma, who finished off Prophet, he is behind this portrait here, and Boink is trying to fly to him to heal him, but Birdring finishes him off, making this a 3 versus 5. Now, 2 ultimates already used for the Outlaws, and only 1 ultimate used for the Spitfire, so this looks pretty much in Outlaws' favor. They've got all the healing, they've got both their healers, they've got both their DPS, and this is where huge plays come out from Gesture and Fury to secure this fight out of nowhere for the London Spitfire. Spitfire D.Va is going to use their ultimate, and in his dying moments he's going to position it on the cart so it covers all of this area and is going to force the Outlaws to take a couple bad positions and really zone the healers, which gives the tiniest window of opportunity for Gesture to move in and clean up the DPS of the Houston Outlaws. As we play this, we're going to see Fury use his ultimate, like I said, on the cart, and then Gesture is going to pop his Primal Rage and knock Linkser out of cover as he's trying to retreat into the path of the self-destruct. So that's the first big play from the tanks of the Spitfire. Now we're going to rewind and take a look at Jake's positioning. He is also trying to run away, but look at his HP. He's only at about 50-60 HP here, and this ultimate from D.Va is zoning the Mercy. This is Boink in the corner here. He and Raucous is right here, so the healers are super far away from their other DPS player. So great kill onto the McCree, and then Gesture, who amazing Winston technique here. He is able to burst down Jake despite the Mercy flying to him, which is actually really difficult. Mercy does 60 healing per second, and Primal Rage Winston only does the melee and the jump pack damage. The jump pack does 50 and the melees do 40. So he had to really land a solid combo onto Junkrat in order to secure this kill, and he does. So another fantastic play by Gesture. So here's the kill onto the Junkrat, and bam! So already both DPS down for the Outlaws. A great kill by Gesture onto Junkrat. So now with Jake, Muma, and Linkser dead, all the DPS for the Outlaws are gone, and they only have Coolmat. So there are 3 alive for the Outlaws and 3 alive for the Spitfire. So this fight, which was looking so good for the Outlaws, turned in the favor of the Spitfire because of amazing tank play. So kudos to the Spitfire and their tanks. They played this fight out of their mind. A great frontline combination from Gesture and Fury to secure those kills on the DPS, and at this point they're just cleaning up now. Boink has no one to fly to. He's trapped in that corner. The target selection, the tanks and the Tracer just go all over the Mercy, and they win that fight. So at the end of the day there, we saw the London Spitfire use Primal Rage, EMP, Pulse Bomb, and Self-Destruct. So 4 ultimates used, and the Houston Outlaws used Coalescence, their own Self-Destruct, as well as the Valkyrie. So only 1 ult differential here to win this fight for the Spitfire, and really you'd think the Spitfire using so many ultimates, the Outlaws would just come back and win the next fight, right? They're going to have Tire, they're going to have Primal Rage, as well as High Noon, but both support ultimates are still up for the Spitfire, and they are going to be able to hold these next few fights despite using 4 ultimates in the previous fight. So that's it for this week's Team Fight Spotlight, guys. What did you think of this matchup? I know the Houston Outlaws did end up taking this against the Spitfire in a 5th map. Also, this was the first week we've seen Blizzard World played competitively in the Overwatch League. What are your guys' thoughts on Blizzard World? Do you think it is a good map? Do you think it's balanced? Do you think it needs some fixes? How are you having trouble taking the 1st, 2nd, or 3rd points? Let me know your thoughts on Blizzard World. Anyways, guys, I hope you liked this video. As always, I hope it was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a good one.
Too upset about that though. The Valkyrie was used, and now they're going to counter punch here with a Riptire and try and come back in with their respawns.
Jake trying to be tricky with the tires. It could come from anywhere. Oh, Dotion ready. He kicked that tire to death.
And the damage boost too.